and gentlemen, the Heaps On podcast.
Woo! Podcast. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the motherfucking Heaps On podcast. I hope you've had a great week.
A good week, a great week.
Great weekend.
One of the best weeks of all time.
An amazing one.
Ben's feeling better. I'm feeling okay. Tav's always
I'm
rotten.
sick as a dog, baby.
But he's getting there. He's pushing through.
He's dirty.
And my medicine is more AI music.
Look, he's
Hell
playing
yeah.
a snatch. He's playing a snatch song, so I'm going to do snatch voice. The Wars got up over the Sharks, absolutely pounded them into the dirt. It was young guys, it was old guys, it was everybody.
It was beautiful, mate.
It was fucking beautiful, mate.
It was beautiful.
We'll get to that in a bit. Trump versus Musk, that's another game I've been gambling on all week. Who's going to come out on top? When will they kiss and make up? I'm looking at AI videos of them kissing constantly. What about you guys?
Me too. I'm making them kiss.
Ben sends me the videos of them kissing, and I like them. Super Rugby qualifying finals. What a stitch up for us Hurricanes fans.
Massive stitch up.
And the
Fuck
Blues.
you, Rev.
Fuck you, the Blues, kind of,
Fuck
as well.
you, Rev.
And we check back in with the callers on the world of late night talkback. Marcus Lush is a treasure trove of old people talking garbage.
He is.
He really is.
But first, hey, gee whiz, it's gotten a bit chillier, hasn't it, fellas?
Yeah, it's fucking freezing,
It's
mate.
freezing, mate. We're in Ben's garage. We complained that it's too hot most of the year, and now it's too cold.
It's too cold.
Ben's decked out in Waz merch.
Yeah.
He's got the Waz scarf, Waz beanie, and the Waz hoodie.
He probably slept in that stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, just to keep warm, you know, rubbing two sticks together under the blankets.
You cheeky bastard.
Yeah.
You
It does
son
look.
of a bitch.
You look snug. You look snuggy.
I like to point out the moccasins that you've got on as well.
Yeah, cool
What's going on with
moccasins.
that?
Yeah, those are North Face moccasins.
They're like sleeping bag shoes.
Yeah, it's the next generation in comfort footwear, and I'm just here to represent mostly the Warriors with the rest of my clothes, but I still don't until Dynasty starts making little slipper shoes. The North Face.
Those are beautiful, bro.
You kind of look like a Tottenham, like a North London roadman with those on.
That's true.
The rest of you looks like a 40-year-old gamer.
Yeah,
But those are a mad ting, you know, North Face shoes.
It's a bit of a fusion outfit today.
Totally. What else has been going on? Ben, you're feeling a little bit better. Obviously, the fans are all concerned about your health. That's one of the major concerns in the chats and everything. You're feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm just having a little technical difficulties right now. The
Look,
headphones stopped working. But
The mic's still working, though. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Nah, I think I'm on the up and up.
That's good.
I went to the doctors. He said, just fucking get better, mate.
Get over it,
And, you know, I think that was the kick up the ass that I really needed.
you hard ass.
And then he put his fingers up my ass, and that was the fingers up my ass that I really needed.
And that gave you the push in the right direction you needed.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And Tav, you're feeling like shit. You've hit the wall.
I've hit the wall. I'm feeling a bit run down, but
Yeah.
bit crook.
Oh, no.
Hey, it happens.
Got crook guts, got crook nose. But yeah, the worst part is that when I'm sick, I get my snore on something ridiculous.
Yeah, baby.
And the missus won't give it a rest.
Oh, no.
Wakes me up every 5 minutes, goes, you're snoring. I'm like, I can't fucking turn it off, can I?
Well, as we were just pointing out, my outdoorsman shoes, I've actually got a couple tents in the lounge over there that you could borrow if you want.
Yeah, I might hit
You've
you
got a
up.
tent set up?
That's quite beautiful.
Well, no, it's packed up, but he
Oh.
can set it up at his house, I'm saying. Sleep outside.
Oh, I thought you had like the ultimate sleepover set up.
So-
Where was the invite? You and the missus just doing sleepovers in the lounge
Yeah.
watching the game?
Roasting marshmallows.
So Ra's actually, he's a humble guy, but he's been working on a brand new TV show he's trying to reprise from the death.
Well, what is it?
Moving houses with Clark Gayford, but it's
I
with
am.
Ra Pomare. But he's moving from a nicer house to a shitter house.
That's a huge bitch.
Yeah, it's true. I'm on the house hunt, and my Lord Whānau, what a grueling process it is. You look at some absolute shitters. I was out in Te Aratu yesterday. From the outside, Mrs. goes, we could live here. Walk inside, absolute shithole. There's mold on the door jams. There's fucking condensation on the windows.
Toilets in the wardrobe.
Toilets and the wardrobes, pretty much hair all over the wall. It's like, come on,
There's
guys, clean
still-
this fucking place up before we come around.
Yeah, oh, fuck. It sucks. I hate
Yeah,
it.
it's really
It's
not.
one of the most painful processes you could do. Some of the places you go into and you're like, what were they setting up here? It's like they set it up
Yeah.
for about 15 people to live in there.
well, there's some of the places you go into these townhouses, there are 15 people living in either side of them. But yeah, no, it's painful. And for guys like us who love our Saturdays, love putting our feet up, Ben,
Beautiful.
it's one of our favourites. Driving around in a car to 15-minute increment like viewings of houses all over West Auckland. Yeah, it's a nightmare, mate. But hopefully it all comes together, whānau, and I'll probably be living in the Waikato by the end of this all, because that's the only place I can afford.
Yeah.
Hey.
Timaru's pretty cheap too, actually.
Yep. No, I know. Hey, just cross reference. A few people from Timaru call ZB nights. I'll tell you that much.
They do.
They love it.
They
down
love
in-
it.
in
They're still
Timaru.
it's probably one of the most landline connected towns we still
is.
have.
But Tav's also pretty humble. Obviously, the ball is hugely rolling with the TV show that he is editor-in-chief of at Sky Sport, Sean Johnson's League Lounge with Sean Johnson. Now,
Sean Johnson's League Lounge with Sean Johnson, brought to you by Ford with
brought to
Sean
you by
Johnson.
Ford. Yeah, Ford's on board, so we'll be trying to get Ford to cross-promote the podcast as well. We're in
Yes.
talks with them.
I got to admit, when you first said Sean Johnson to me, I thought
Yeah.
you meant like a shaved penis.
Yeah, I know
'Cause
you
I
did.
didn't think you could get the guy.
No. Well, we got him, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought it was a
Ladies
joke.
and gentlemen,
Ladies and
we
gentlemen,
got him.
We got him.
But and Tav was on a huge. So you know these TV sets, they don't just come together by themselves. Like this one here, Tav put all this work into decorating our Heaps On set.
Yep.
And he's been hustling all over town, finding Warriors merch and League
Yeah,
merch to
baby.
decorate a set. So if you watch the TV show on Wednesday night on Sky Sport,
Maybe comment and say, wow, great looking set.
Great looking set.
whoever
But
put
don't
the
actually-
stuff in the background, he's cool and smart.
Just checking there's no female guests on the first episode.
No.
Okay, because don't say that if there's female guests.
Let's not
That's-
bring
that's
up the
Ben.
lack of the Bechdel test passing for the new TV show, Ben.
Yeah.
And obviously this is important to us. We'll be
We're
cutting
5
this part
minutes
out,
in.
and we're back.
The thing about, I will say this about dressing the set is
Yep.
SJ is a classy man.
Yes,
He's classy.
And you and I aren't as
We're
classy.
not
We're,
we're
probably
not-
a little bit more homely, a little bit more kitschy, you might
Yeah,
say.
yeah, we like the tacky shit.
Yeah.
And so do...
Do a couple of doofuses. I mean,
Yeah.
look at the way Ben's dressed. That's kind of what we like. You know, we'd like to have a photo of Ben on the wall of this place,
We'll
right?
sneak
Yeah.
it in.
We'll sneak it in.
But
Sneak it in.
yeah, so do the Waz fans. They like the tacky shit, and basically every piece of Warriors merch is pretty tacky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to wrangle up stuff
that's
for
cool.
the set that's cool, that's suave, that's Sean Johnson approved.
Yeah.
Nordic minimalism.
And I'm having trouble because all I can really find is like Woodstock
bottles that say Warriors on
that say
it.
Warriors.
Yeah. So we'll get there. No, there'll be some classy stuff. We're just gonna look a bit older, maybe, and maybe we go out of the league world. Maybe we put some basketball shit on there, some basketball cards or something. You know, these cool guys like basketball cards. So
Yeah, totally.
maybe ask TJ Pedinata if he can send us up some.
Yeah.
TJ.
TJ, got any basketball cards we can borrow?
Yeah. So I did have
Oh, you should get some of the Wheatbix cards.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I know.
true.
I think they're all rugby, but
Yeah, maybe not the rugby ones.
So
Go on.
I did have something happen while I was out on my missions picking
Okay.
up the Waz merch that
Yeah.
I wanted to broach you fellas with. So I
Go
was
on.
at the petrol pump,
Oh,
filling up.
here we go.
you know,
Yeah,
paying my dues, if you will,
Yeah.
to the big pump.
yeah.
And so I set it to full,
Yeah.
got the bloody, I was wearing my nice shoes as
Oh,
well,
yeah.
shit.
put the bloody pump in my car,
Yeah, go on.
pressed it,
Yeah.
and bloody petrol just starts pissing everywhere on my
Oh,
fucking clothes. Yeah. And then
Fuck.
I'm like, what's
Fuck,
going on?
man.
I pull the pump out, the nozzle's snapped off,
No.
and it's stuck in my car.
Oh no.
And I've got to reach in and pull this fucking thing out. And I'm waving at the petrol
Oh.
pump attendant guy holding up the metal piece, going
No.
like, mate,
Help.
mate. And then he looks at me and waves. And I'm like, no, I need you to come here and
Oh,
help me.
no.
And I'm holding the handle pump with nothing on it. And he's like, just hang it up. And I'm like, I can't fucking hang it up.
Oh no.
It's got no nozzle, mate.
Oh
So
man, that's a real stink buzz that
anyway,
happened to you yesterday.
he came out.
What do you do? Hold on. What do you do if you're at one of those newfangled fucking humanless ones and that
Unmanned
happens?
ones, yeah.
You just drive off and run away, but they still got your card details.
Exactly.
So fuck you.
So
Those
so
bastards.
that's the situation. But
Go
here's the tea.
The kicker.
So he came out. I'm like, sorry, bro. I literally fucking just fucking too strong for these things, you know.
Yeah.
Bit of fucking muscle on
Yeah.
that. And then he's like, just go to the next pump, brother. So I'm like, sweet as. So I go to the next pump, fill
Go
up,
on.
easy peasy. Go to pay,
Mm.
and he's like, sweet. So it's $50 for pump 3, $280 for pump 4.
What the
No
fuck?
fucking way, cunt.
That cunt charged me petrol
For
for
just
that
pissing
little
all
one
over
that
the ground.
pissed out all over my fucking clothes. And I was like, hang on, bro, you really going to charge me for that shit?
Whoa. Tav's been in the wars.
You're lucky I didn't sue you for that.
Yeah.
much.
Do not come.
And then I had to drive fucking around Auckland.
Did he make you pay? Did you pay it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Of course I did.
Yo.
He had me at the fucking neck.
I
mate.
reckon
at least-
charge that back to work.
Did he at least
Honestly.
throw in one of those Warriors drink bottles?
Nah, they were all out.
Fuck.
Fucking hell.
He offered me half a musashi. You know, that he'd just fucking
Yeah.
drunk.
Look, I'd be waging war like Paul Atreides on fucking Arrakis
Yeah.
if that
Yeah.
happened to me. And
I-
I know Tav's. This is Tav's platform to do that. So, yeah,
And
fuck that place. Which name and shame? Which
You know,
petrol
Paul-
station was
It
it?
was the Z round the corner from our work. I don't know what that road's
You know,
called.
Paul,
Yeah.
Greg, I met a lot of tradies who would actually go to fucking war about that.
Yeah.
To the Z around the corner from Tav's place.
Send the boys down, give them a fucking good hide.
Let's
Nah.
just leave it at that.
I think it was the, what's it, is it called the Panmure Highway or whatever?
Oh, around from work.
Yeah, around from work. That one.
Well, don't go
Those-
to the wrong one.
Those
'cause
fucking
don't-
bastards.
Those bastards.
Big Z
Is a moustache
fucked
on a
me up.
monkey.
Also, fellas, I just wanted to just so that we can get some closure.
Go on.
I would just like to announce to everyone on the podcast
Go on.
that I've had a response from last week's episode from Taste of India.
Oh yeah, transitioning
Mount
here
Wellington.
into the
Sorry, just
Yeah, that's
quickly,
all right.
I thought I'd
Mount Eden.
knock it on the head. Taste of India, Mount Wellington.
Mount
Mount
Eden.
Mount
Mount
Eden.
Eden. You're angry about Mount Wellington.
So obviously last weekend I had a big rant about the Uber Eats drivers ruining my intimate meal with my missus
That's right.
by farting next to my head while I was trying to
That's
eat
right, yeah.
some
Yeah, it
spring
happens.
rolls and cheese balls. So they said, thank you, Tavis, for taking the time to share your experience with us. We're glad to hear you enjoyed the food overall and appreciated the service from our team. Sorry to hear about your discomfort caused by the placement of your table near the reception area, and the dining experience was affected by the Uber Eats delivery drivers. We appreciate your honesty about the starters, and we'll take a closer look how we can improve there. Hope to welcome you back soon for an even better experience.
Aw.
Taste of India, Mount Wellington.
Well, so what Tav did was he just transcribed his 15-minute rant last week, put it into Google
just sent them the
reviews.
link.
Yeah.
Sent them the link and said, 15 minutes to 25 minutes. Have a listen, you fucking cunts. I had the worst one of my life. And this is a good response. So this is a bit of closure for you. How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like I might have improved the experience for many to come at Taste of India, Mount
Yeah.
Wellington.
Yeah, I think you've done more than LED did with his lighting.
You have.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
yeah.
I'm glad that that's round one of Tav versus Taste of India, Mount
Yeah.
Eden over and
Not
done
just
with.
all Indian restaurants in Auckland. I'm going to
Yeah.
take them all down.
He's going toe to toe with all of them.
I'm trying to raise up the level
Yep.
of all of them within the CBD. I will not leave the CBD area,
Okay.
but if you go to an Indian experience restaurant in the CBD in Auckland and you think, "Fuck, this is bloody nice,"
Yeah, probably
you're,
Tav.
you're welcome.
Yep. I'd just like to say, just capping this off, I had takeaways last night. I had new flavour. Went all out.
Wow.
Went all out. Fucking what a night.
What'd you get? Spicy chicken?
Nah, I didn't. I was eating with my mother-in-law and my partner, so just kept it pretty
Tofu.
pretty straighty 180. Nah, I got combination fried rice, beef and
Ooh.
black bean, sweet and sour chicken, which I thought was a fuck up, but still nice.
Yeah.
Pork and chive dumplings fried, and a bit of broccoli.
Yeah.
Oh mate, what a combination!
Yeah.
I ate like a king, and the MSG just kept me going back for more.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop.
It is yummy.
Ben, what'd you have for tea last night? Oh, lamb.
Yeah, I did a long lamb shoulder
He
slow
did.
cook.
Ragu.
Had a bit of a ragu.
Yeah,
Had a
so
little bit
did
of
you
pasta.
hand pull the pasta?
Yeah, I had these little fork things. These wooden things that I pulled apart because it was in a non-stick.
Oh, so, but you
Ooh.
didn't roll the dough and make your own pasta?
Nah, I just
Didn't
got
have
the
time
missus to
last
pick
night.
some up from the supermarket on their way home.
Next time, oh, that's good though. Making your own pasta is fun, but it's messy, as you guys have seen from some of my posts. Well, that's been the idle chat segment of the episode, Whānau. We're going to move now into the NRL and the bloody Warriors. Have you got a sting for this segment tonight?
I do. It's something I was playing around. It's not finished.
Oh, okay,
but
it's
I-
not finished.
no,
Sorry.
I can play it.
Shall I
for
play the
yous.
whip? We love a whip. We love a whip on this show.
Okay, hold on. Let me tee it up here.
This is Tev's, something Tev's working on.
Sorry.
Rugby league is my life. I watch it every week, and when my wife stops yapping at me, would you keep it bloody down?
Whoa.
Because the league's on, woman, so give it a rest. So
Oh
give
my
it a
God.
rest of the ones.
That's pretty good.
Sexist.
The instrumentation.
Can I please have a ham and cheese toasty? Sorry about what I said before. I just get a little bit mad.
When the league's on, woman.
Instrumentation is my favorite.
Pretty good.
That's
All right.
that's where it's at.
So it's kind of apologetic after the sort of sexist intro. You're apologising, but then you're still asking for a ham and cheese sandwich, or the artist. Is that right?
It's an artistic expression of real life experience that I've had
True.
over the past few weeks when I'm trying to watch the damn league.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. But
6 more sandwiches, but hey, how about those Warriors? 40-10 on Saturday night over the Sharks at Shark Park.
hell yeah.
Oh my God, we are the best rugby league team in the comp. Fuck everybody.
in the world, baby.
It feels
go.
like when you doubt the Warriors, they'll turn around and be like, all right, fuck you them.
All
Because,
the young guys aren't mean.
you know, it used to be that they'd fuck up our multis the other way, but this
Totally.
week they're fucking up people's multis in a good way.
Hell
Anyone
yeah.
who got on them at $3, like me, I salute you, brother. Let's
Hell yeah.
go. Fuck the bookies. Am I right?
Yes.
But yeah, what a performance. I want to give a big shout out to all the young fellas that Tav will obviously back me up on here, and Ben, Sam Healy. First
Healy.
start. What a performance in the first half. Dimitrik Vaimonga off the
Fuck,
bench.
he was beautiful there.
Unbelievable.
Oh.
Liquor as always.
Yeah.
Jacob Laban starting. Awesome. Fucking mean as boys. What a night.
Yeah. It was next level. Everything was good. I don't think any player had a bad game really.
Our defense was incredible. The Sharks had nothing. I mean, they tried to break us down. They got over the line twice. 2 tries, was it, Tav?
Yes.
And we fucking held them out for the other
The whole
70
second
The
half.
whole second half. They didn't score a fucking try.
diddly squat. Fucking CHT.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck, he scored
Double.
2. He got a runaway. He looked fucking shattered after the
Dimitrik-
runaway. Yeah, Dimitrik.
Dimitrik set up for
Try
fucking
assist.
for James Fisher-Harris.
First try as a warrior.
Oh, and
First try as a Warrior, baby.
the Great Wall of Chans at the back there.
Oh, the
Because
great
that-
wall of chance.
That little slap out. That was
On half
beautiful.
time.
Yeah,
that was
fantastic.
And then the one at the end just to be like, nah, you're not getting a fucking consolation try.
Yeah,
Fuck off,
fuck
cunt.
you.
You guys are rooted. And yeah, Dimitrik's try was so stoked to see that.
Yeah,
I'm
that
a
was
huge
lovely.
fan of that dude. I really want him to be a lifetime Warrior. He's a gangster. He's the man.
He's the man.
I think he gave a shout out to a mate who might be in prison afterwards too.
Fuck
I just felt
yeah.
like that. I don't know.
P. Diddy.
That one.
Shut up, P. Diddy.
He did the
Free, our brother.
He did the hands.
Oh, 3 up, 3 down.
Yeah. Well, I know, and he did that as well.
Oh,
which I thought meant like maybe
true.
handcuffs.
True.
Oh, I thought it was like an Olympian thing or something.
Maybe it was.
Maybe
That's a nice way
I
to
think
think
it's
about it. I
more-
could be off the mark.
It might be more of a call out to like Tanner Boyd, who's locked away in
New
the
South Wales
reserve
Cup.
grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Dimitrik and Tanner, I think, are really good mates. You can tell just by looking at them. But anyway,
yeah.
That's a huge
Leka
bitch.
Halasima, 80 minutes. Fuck, he was good.
That's a huge bitch.
I just want to say that's a huge bitch to Nico Hines. My God, that guy, best halfback in the comp, they reckon a couple years ago. Oh my Lord. The guy couldn't, organise a piss up in a brewery.
Yeah.
No, he's struggling.
He's struggling.
Nice guy, though. Real
yeah,
nice guy.
really
Nico.
nice
I think
guy.
just without the extra heroin income that his mum was bringing in.
Whoa,
it's just-
oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
God.
Yeah, baby.
But yeah, we charged over there into Shark Park and took them down. Now we're on the bye. The boys get to put their feet up and rest and reset. How stoked do you reckon Barney was seeing that performance after he goes down?
He was.
The captain.
Yeah.
He was probably brought a tear to his eye, I reckon,
Proud
thinking
of
that
you, mate.
the young boys are fucking holding it down while I'm out for the season.
Fuck yeah.
Obviously he's a team man, so he would have been super stoked. Yeah, my missus was asking me last night, what's the difference? And you have to say, James Fisher-Harris makes a fucking huge difference to attitude and just the mana.
Totally.
Everyone's tough, but everyone's got each other's backs. That moment when Kao Iro went at Laban, and Laban's like, fuck off, and then Kurt Capewell just steams in, he's like, don't touch my little boy! Don't touch my son!
Yeah, that was
like,
beautiful.
Fuck, that
I
was
love that.
sick. You know, everyone's got each other's backs. Protective of the young boys. Loved it.
Yeah, no, it was fucking great.
Big Fish is one of those guys. Oh, excuse me, a little frog in my throat there. He's one of those guys that you can tell when he's like 70, he's still going to have perfect face skin because he does not emote. He's going to have no wrinkles.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah.
does this.
Yeah.
And it's frightening as hell for the opposition.
Totally.
Yeah, I think that's a technical thing from like
Yeah.
some men. They just don't. I'm terrible for emoting,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna get
He's
mad
going to get
wrinkles.
real bad wrinkles.
Me,
That and,
yeah.
and that and the ciggies on the beers.
Yeah.
The ciggies on the beers will kill me, but
yeah, Jacob
I do love
Laban.
them.
Give some love to Laban. Fuck, he's good, man.
He's awesome,
He's
bro.
fucking good. He had a couple of mean runs. Obviously, Lecker. Obviously, Dimitrik. Fuck, we
Metcalf
are
as
blessed.
well.
Metcalf
Of
as
course.
well.
And we got to give a shout out to Jacko Ford,
Yeah,
the
he
beast
stepped
in the
up.
middle. The beast in the middle.
Yep.
He didn't start. I liked that little switch
Yeah.
up where they brought Laban and sort of like Laban to start, and then Jacko came on and fucking. I think he played like the rest of the game or something almost, aside from like a little
True.
head knock
Was
moment.
Laban playing at
Jackson-
prop for a bit?
Well, yeah, go hard.
That head knock moment, did he like pretty much tackle the ball out of and save that try with his head? It was
Kind
kind of
of.
amazing.
Yeah. The the Hamulin Uele knock on. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like he forced the ball free. But I think the starting rotation, because Lecker started, but who started in the middle with Fish?
Was it Dimitrik?
Nah, Dimitri came off the bench, I think. Anyway,
Well, it would have been Jacko, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
I think Ford started.
yeah, nah, Ford didn't start the game. I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong. Anyway, because
He also had a great moment when they kicked to the Sharks and they caught it like just in front of their try line, and fucking Ford was right there with the most beautiful, aggressive.
Marata.
So Marata started in the
at
middle.
Prop,
Yeah, he started in the middle, and then they had Laban on the edge. I thought, like, I do like Marata being a fucking unit in the middle.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's
It's-
aggressive. He
it's-
almost killed McInnes, with that run back off the
Yeah,
kickoff.
Yeah.
He's so big,
Put him
bro.
in the shadow realm.
Yeah.
It's been cool watching him progress from under 20s as like a gun center
Yeah.
to playing most of his professional career in the edges. Now he's at prop.
He's a big
he
boy.
just keeps getting bigger and bigger,
He's a
baby.
big boy, man.
But yeah, Chance, fuck, he was good. He's like unlocked something. I don't know what it is, because with
Yeah.
those fullbacks, you kind of need them to sit on the verge of playing a little bit loose and a little bit tight. You know, you've got those tight, safe players like Dylan Edwards.
Yes.
They kind of just run the fundamental plays.
Yes.
But then you have those fullbacks with ADD like Reece Walsh.
Yes.
Probably go a little bit too far.
Yeah.
Chance has hit that sweet spot in the middle where he's like safe and sturdy on defense, but also in attack.
We could talk about the Wires all day,
Yeah,
but
we're
let's
moving
just touch on
on.
a few other things from around the league. The Broncos played in the All Blacks jersey on Saturday night after the Wires.
Crikey.
And
Yeah, I
they
saw that. It
carved-
actually looked nice.
It looked kind of
Looked
sick.
Pretty good.
Yeah, they were valor. They were stealing valor from the All Blacks a little
were.
bit, but it worked.
I did 2 tours against the Irish Lions,
Yeah.
the British and Irish Lions.
Yeah, but they carved up the Titans. Reece Walsh came back and finally didn't look like a stinker. Yeah, he had a great game.
Yeah.
Couple of tries, few try assists.
Tony Staggs was possessed, bro.
Yeah, he was
Fuck,
possessed.
He was out to prove a point. Maybe it's just because the Titans had actually beaten the Broncos 3 times in a row up until last night.
True.
And that's that traditional Queensland fucking
Little
battle.
derby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
But no, Tony Staggs looked hot. Something interesting though was that Cobbo
Cobbo.
wasn't playing.
Yeah, why wasn't Cobbo playing?
He'd been dropped.
Really?
Yeah, just-
Karapani was pretty good.
Just bad form. Yeah.
True. Well,
Madge,
maybe
Madge
that's the
switched
right
it
way
up.
to be.
It happens, we spoke about actually dropping Ura for bad form a couple of weeks ago, but you really
My
you
form's
came
up
back.
and down.
Yeah.
My form's up and down, as you guys know. But it worked without him. The Broncos looked fucking scary.
Yeah, they scored like 4 or 5 tries in the first half. In the first 30 minutes, they scored 5. It was fucking Unreal, mate. Reece Walsh scored 2 tries in 2 minutes at the very end. It's
Yeah.
pretty
Is he
fucking
back?
Insane.
He's back.
He could be back.
He's back. We'll just whip through these a little bit. The booing was pretty crack up at the Knights game against
yeah.
Manly. They were down 16-6?
16-0.
16-0 at halftime.
Yep.
They were down
At
16-0.
home.
At
Home
home.
fans booing it up.
They booed them off the pitch. Said, "You guys fucking suck." Came out in the second half, scored 26 points.
Yeah, unanswered.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was almost unanswered. Yeah, I think there might have been one. It was 26-24
Oh,
maybe.
no, yeah, sorry.
Something like that.
They
Yeah, I
scored
think
one try.
Scored one try.
you know, those people just don't get league.
They don't get
Yeah.
league. That's what the coach said.
Yeah,
But
they just look at the scoreboard and think that's what matters.
amen, brother.
Yeah, there's so much more to it.
There's
that
so
you
much
don't
more to it.
see.
Yeah.
Like, not missing tackles.
But actually, here's why the coach was wrong, because the crowd really did get it. And what they did there was provide the motivation that
Yeah.
they needed to come back out
Mm-hmm.
and change, like go in at halftime, reflect on it, realize they were letting the people down, maybe hang their heads a little bit,
Absolutely.
look internally,
Yeah.
think what can I do better in the second half, and then come out and just fully actualize.
You fucking nailed it, dude.
Thank you.
I hope you're listening, Adam O'Brien haters.
Yeah, you don't get league.
Yeah,
There
you
are
don't
other-
get league.
there-
Tell
you don't
you who
get
does
league.
get league. Fletcher Sharp, he's so fucking good.
He's mean.
Fletcher Sharp, Dylan Lucas, the only 2 cunts on that Knights team who give a shit. Ponga scored the winning try in Golden Point, a rare Golden Point try.
And he still only got like 30 in
But it's
fantasy.
like the only thing he did. I
Yeah.
know. He's in my team, bro.
yeah,
Don't
you
remind
made me get him and I've dropped him already.
He sucks.
But that's been the league chat, Whānau. Let's push on, I reckon.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? So this week, Whānau, we're back on ZB. We've been harvesting clips from the Late Night Talkback show with Marcus Lush. Tav did it a few weeks ago. It was a hit segment. Now,
Wowie.
I put it on myself to try and do the job. It's a big job, and I'm not going to say that I had as much luck as Tav did. But let's have a listen to what I found. So the first thing I want to go to is, can you run me through the names of them just quickly?
We've got Bloody Nose, Cheese.
Actually, let's just go to Bloody Nose first.
Okay,
So
starting with Bloody Nose.
there was no context for this. I think he was talking about, I don't know, the military tattoo coming to town or something, and then a lady just called up with a problem she had. So just roll the tape.
My cousin got a couple of military tattoos.
Classic.
Is that you, Marcus?
Yeah, hi, Anne.
I just wondered if anybody could tell me how to stop my nose bleeding. It's not huge, but it just won't stop. And
I don't like these discussions because they freak me out. Chat GPT. If anyone's got any solutions for what I can't imagine what you'd do.
Go to the doctors.
Regarding bleeding noses, sometimes I get them now and again too, so I just stick toilet paper up there and just push it up your nostrils and it seems to stop after a while.
she just needs to kind of get a bit of a peg or a clamp on it, breathe in properly.
Did you say
and
Rosemary? Did you say a pig?
Yeah, a peg.
So I've been told my missus recently did some first aid training. None of that advice is very good. But also, she should have called the doctors. The fact that she's calling Marcus Lush Nights for her medical, I don't know, does it speak
Well,
on...
what is the advice then?
Call Healthline, firstly, wouldn't you?
No, I mean, if none of
I
those...
don't think you're supposed to clog it up anymore. I think that's old advice, turning your
Oh.
head back. Anyway, let's move on. That's
I just want to jump in there. You'll remember when I broke this thing
Yes.
in rugby,
Yes.
and the coaches were like, "No, you just got to let it just bleed."
Well, I
Just
think
hit-
that might be the advice a
Oh,
little bit.
fuck that.
But I think pushing it back, I don't know. Anyway, we'll look into it and get the advice back. Ben, you've got a computer in front of you. You could look it up.
Yeah.
Let's go to Lamb Ham next, I think.
Beautiful.
Good evening, June. It's Marcus. Welcome.
Hi, Marcus. How are you?
Good, June. Thank you.
I saw on Facebook you had a thing up saying that you had lamb ham for Christmas.
Yeah, a mutton ham. Yes.
Yeah. Where did you get it?
But I think you can widely get them. Whereabouts are you?
I'm in Lower Hutt.
You're early. Yeah, well,
So, you know.
I will see if I can find out where you can get it.
Well, I really, really would appreciate that, mate.
So you want to get hold of a
Oh.
you want to go mutton ham?
Whatever.
We'll see what we can find out for you, June. Thank you for that. There we go.
Yeah, so I didn't even know that a mutton ham existed.
Oh, you can ham anything.
I know, but yeah, so this is where I knew Ben would know about this and you'd both experts. I didn't know about it, so it kind of blew my mind, that one.
Shout out to Lower Heart too. I think I know who that was.
Yeah. It sounded like her. She's bored on a Saturday night.
Oh, she's fucking climaxing on the sound of this fucking lamb ham.
Yeah. So I just thought that was interesting. That was completely out of context. There was no mention of the lamb ham throughout the episode. And she'd just probably gone through his Facebook from 6 months ago. I mean, it's the middle of the fucking year. He's right. She is early.
Yeah. I mean, shout out Marcus Lush for giving a voice to these regional people.
Geriatrics.
Yeah.
I know. So the next one is go. Sorry. Yep.
Why is Marcus Lush eating a lamb ham? Because let's be honest, ham would be better than lamb.
I think he said he didn't go for it by choice. He had it at a function. He said he had
It's a Southland thing.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
It's a bit
yeah.
of a Southland thing.
But that's just like pastrami. What is that for beef, eh?
Probably, yeah.
And there's a few homeless people here in New Plymouth now too, and I sort of knew the guys. I thought I'll give them $20. I said, go and get yourself a hot meal, right? There's a McDonald's there, but there's a place here in New Plymouth here. It's called the Thai House, where you can get quite a nice curry dish for $19.50.
Yep.
Pete, when did New Plymouth develop such a terrible, homeless, drunk on the streets type problem? Anyway, nice to talk to you, Pete. Thanks for the recommendation on the Thai place too. Good on you.
Yeah, just I didn't know that that there was such a homeless issue in New Plymouth.
Well, 90%, I swear, like Timaru and New Plymouth, those are the two places that always on Marcus Lush's Talkback show.
Yeah, true.
So they're the places with the most problems, I think.
They probably have bad mobile reception, so they've still got a lot of landlines there. But back to the Thai house thing. I heard that they've got a big problem there actually with Uber drivers standing right next to people farting right in their curries.
Well, the homeless guy who's got the meal, the homeless guys are getting on the Google reviews and going, hey,
Oh,
I got $20 for a curry dish, and then I've got an Uber driver farting in my face. Come on, guys. Anyway, I've got one last clip here. This is pretty self-contained. Kind of, but yeah, go for it.
It is Cheese Day, International Cheese Day. So if everyone's got anything special, everyone's got a special cheese story.
Okay, so my partner, who loves dairy and everything else, but is allergic to cheese.
Goodness.
Every time he has cheese, under his eyes swells up and goes quite red.
Really?
And he breaks out in a profuse sweat.
Wow.
But he loves cheese. And if I cook macaroni cheese, or if he has macaroni cheese or lasagna or something like that, he won't not eat it.
And even though he knows he's going to break out.
Yeah, because he loves cheese. I'll make a sandwich or a roll with brie cheese. He'll eat it. He knows it's in there because he loves cheese.
He loves cheese.
But he'll break out.
He sounds like his own worst enemy. How long do the symptoms last for?
Oh, only about 20 minutes, half an hour.
Oh, easy.
So I think he feels that it's worth it.
So I just wanted to jump in there and say how gutted I was to hear my missus call up Marcus Lush's Nights program while I was harvesting these clips, and I go, hey, that's private information. But anyway, yeah, I can relate. So I love cheese, but also
you might
it makes
have
me
misheard
shit my
that.
pants.
She didn't say swelled up under his eyes as it sounded like. She actually meant swelled up under his arse.
Yeah, and explosions come out. So anyway, that was my attempt, a little bit of a lazy attempt at harvesting some clips.
No, it's good. It's gold, Fano. If all the listeners out there, if you're on the tradie work site, maybe you guys put on them old Marcus Lush on iHeart Radio. And send us in some timestamps.
Send us in some timestamps.
Also, if we could all try get Ben to call up the show, we'd love to hear him go toe-to-toe with Marcus Lush.
G'day, Marcus. Yes, I've got $14 of cash stuffed up my Jepsy right now. What the bloody hell?
The rugby is the game that all the blokes love. Even though league is taking over, it's
Still pretty good.
Still pretty good.
especially when there's no league on.
Rugby on ya. Super Rugby. Richie McCaw is my dad.
Cricket. The qualifying finals were this weekend.
Yes, they were. And it was a big stinky.
It was a little bit stinky. We're obviously
Pinky.
Hurricanes fans, so bit of a sad weekend for
Yeah.
us. The Blues went in.
Hey, there's always next year.
Fucking oath. The Blues went and rained on our parade.
Yeah, fucking Blues,
Fuck
bro.
the Blues.
That pick and go rugby, eh? That exciting brand of
That'll
rugby.
get you, mate.
Gee whiz.
But too many offloads.
Bro, there wasn't any tries in that game till the 60th minute when the
Ugh.
Chiefs finally scored.
yeah.
It was there was lots of almost tries, but they just kept knocking the ball on.
That one where Bodie slid over the ball, eh?
Cortez Ratama,
Yeah,
he
just
was
went bum,
right,
bum, bum,
right
bum,
in
bum.
front of the try line, just needed to pick the ball up.
Shitty bounce, but yeah.
Shitty
no,
bounce,
but
yeah.
he
Greasy ball,
Greasy ball.
stinky.
But yeah, it was a real war of attrition, as they say.
Yep.
And yeah, man, I just really don't like the Blues representing anything about the way that New
Yeah.
Zealand plays rugby.
Death by 1,000 pick and goes.
Yeah, man. I mean, they've got two awesome wingers, a world-class centre in Rico,
Yep.
and they don't get any ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mark Talia and Caleb Clark, what are they? They're just taking pick and goes themselves, you know?
Yeah, they were.
Spread the fucking ball
Spread
out to
the
those
fucking
guys.
ball.
But yeah, Chiefs get another chance. It doesn't really mean anything. The only people who lost out was the fucking Hurricanes,
Fucking Canes, mate.
who had the hardest game of the weekend going to Canberra
Canberra,
to
yeah.
play the Brumbies.
Very hard place to play.
I don't like the Blues logo either while we're on it.
Yeah.
Rangi Toto?
It's not aggressive enough. The font particularly.
When was
Okay.
the last time that
Yep,
team
fair.
went to Rangitoto?
Probably never.
Never.
I want to see you walk all the way up there
Preseason run up the hill.
and then go and camp the night on their little island next to it, please.
Totally.
Yeah.
So the Blues now have to play the Crusaders down there. Are they going to pull off another fucking big stinky upset? Probably not. Crusaders are mean.
Yeah, Crusaders are real good. Pretty sure they smoked the Blues just the other day.
They did.
But yeah, unsurprisingly, as soon as the final whistle went, Rico was dishing out
Going,
a bit of
"Oh,
lip.
oh,
And he said to, I can't remember, one of the props maybe, he said, "Don't let us get one."
Another. He said it again, and that guy was like, "Dude, I'm a replacement prop.
Yeah.
I was just stoked to be playing. Why are you talking shit to me?"
I got taken off for an HIA in
Yeah.
the 20th minute.
I don't remember
even
where I
know-
am.
Yeah.
Jesus. And he's like, "You guys are fucking useless."
Tell him he's dreaming.
But yeah, hey, maybe just humble yourselves.
Yeah,
humble
everybody, just fucking chill the fuck out for 5 minutes, eh?
But do we still think? Who do we think's going to win it now? Chiefs still?
I hope the
Crusaders?
Chiefs, but
I reckon Crusaders, man, they fucking
Yeah.
look good as. Chiefs just haven't looked as hot, you know?
So now, now the Crusaders are the 1 seed. So if the Chiefs and Crusaders go through, the final will be in Christchurch, and
Yeah.
it's going to be chilly.
And that would be...
damn, that's always an advantage for them. But let's be
Oh,
honest,
that's
it
right.
does get cold in Hamilton too.
It
yeah,
does
but
too,
it
you're
would
right.
be the 3rd year in a row that the Chiefs made the final.
Oh,
And if they lose against the Crusaders, it'd be the 3rd year in a row that they lost
Oh
in the
my
grand final.
God,
So, yeah, whatever they're smoking in Waikato, put it down, son. It's
get your mind
time
on the
to
game.
put in the bloody work. Don't let us get 1 or 2 or 3 even,
Don't
or,
let us
or
get any.
11. Don't let us get 11 because we'll be in the finals.
Tihei Moriora Chiefs, you're carrying the mana of the country now. We really want you guys to win. Beat those guys up from Auckland and those guys from down there in Christchurch, eh?
What is
Yeah.
it that the Crusaders have changed to come back after last year's? Oh, I guess they did pretty well last year too.
No, they did
Will
shit
Jordan
last year.
probably. Will Jordan's back.
Will Jordan's back.
Cody Taylor's back.
And Scott Barrett's just playing mean. And
'cause Cody Taylor had like most of last year off for sabbatical.
oh yeah, true.
Will Jordan had
He was
nasty
injured the
injury.
whole
yeah, he was
yeah.
injured the whole year basically. They got
Yep.
James O'Connor in the team who's
Yeah,
fucking playing some really good
yeah,
rugby.
I like him.
Although
Yeah.
he had one moment against the Reds in their qualifying final
Bro.
where
Shank. They call that a shank, eh?
Shank, a lot of people saying inside job.
Yeah, he just booted the ball dead instead of kicking the 5 metre scrum.
Maybe there was a beetle on his shoe. We don't know.
A beetle on a shoe could have been what happened, Ben. These are the Inside
I was
City
gonna say,
office.
yeah.
Oh, no, it's a bloody interesting
Yeah.
point.
It has happened.
Look,
Yeah.
well, I mean, yeah, I'd like to say that on the drive back from work the other night, and Tav can relate to this. I almost crashed in my car because I went to wind down my window. There's a fucking cockroach on my
Oh, I hate
windscreen.
that.
Oh,
I was like, ah, and like, yeah,
big fat.
big fat boy.
I mean, yeah, that happened to me like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think you might have told the story in the pod.
Crawled
Maybe.
out from the steering wheel from under the horn.
Yeah, went up
I
his shorts.
swiped it away. I was on the motorway going fucking 120.
Oof, you shouldn't be doing that.
I
mate.
told. Yeah, sorry. Go on.
And
Ted.
then about 5 minutes later, I felt it crawl up my pants, and I had to squish it on my knee and then drive for another 20 minutes, going 100.
Fucking scary. He
Before I
came to
could-
work and shook it out of his pants.
Yeah, it was fucking gross. I, think it was the
I
same
told you
pants I'm
guys
wearing
my
today.
my horror story when I was motorcycling on the motorway, about 110, and I just feel something crawling around inside my helmet, and I'm just like, I can't do anything. Well, you can't fucking
no. Pull
you gotta
over on
get-
the motorway.
Yeah,
no,
well,
you
I
can't do that.
had to get off the motorway, pull it off. Thankfully, it was just a cricket, but I thought it was a cocky.
Oh my god! What about another story about Ben's motorbiking
yeah.
motorbiking life? We were convoying me and him up from Wellington one year. We pulled over and then we were going out. I think we just hit the 100k zone or something, and I just see, when I just see a bird basically kind of limply go to the ground, and I realize it's fucking hit his helmet.
No, it hit me in the chest.
Oh, was it the
was just
chest?
flying across, and its timing as it was crossing the road just hit me straight in the fucking solar plexus. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, so Ben killed a bird while riding his motorbike through the central plateau.
Yeah.
It's quite dramatic. We pulled over and had a chat about it. I think maybe we did. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I stopped. I was like, holy shit.
It was hectic.
What about, didn't you like ride over the tram lines in Melbourne? And
Oh,
your
yeah,
bike?
that bike, that got fucked up, that thing.
Look, he's a renegade, this
Watch
guy.
out for those tram lines, Fano. They're very
Damn, yeah.
slippery.
Even if you hit them at the right angle, it can just all go wrong. It was very wet that night, though.
Yeah. No. Anyway, Fano, that's been the Super Rugby report. RIP to the Hurricanes. We love you, boys.
Who are we supporting now then?
I'd say
Crusaders?
Chiefs.
Okay, Chiefs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I wouldn't
Chiefs
mind
to
the
me.
Chiefs. They've done the hard yards.
It'd be beautiful
They deserve it.
to see them have a crack at it, hold that trophy, and also I think the whole region.
I'm a big fan of Naitoa Arkoi. I like Naitoa. I
Me
like
too.
a few of their other guys, Samasoni.
And I like chucking rocks at dead cows floating down the Waikato River, and
So
I
do
think
you.
that would just be the best way to celebrate.
Absolutely, it would. We'll be down there doing it this weekend, Fano. Of
Sports.
Just
It's the world
of sport.
I just want to say the guitar in that song. I've been rewatching old Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And it's the same vibe, and I love it.
Fantastic. A lot
That
of
is good.
Stargate SG-1 as well.
Yeah, I've been getting back into that.
Have you? Well, what I've been getting into is the NBA Finals. Tav has been all over this. The Indiana Pacers.
Whoa, mama.
It just won't stop, will
Yeah,
it?
no, they just won't stop.
Now there'll be more games by the time you listen to this.
That's why they call them the Pacers.
because they're setting
Yeah.
the pace.
They just don't stop walking around, do you?
Yeah. I mean, they did pace themselves in game one.
Yeah,
They trailed the whole game.
crazy.
Whole game. And then with 0.3 seconds left in the game, they took the lead.
It was
Just the
beautiful.
one time they were leading that whole game. Tyrese Halliburton. What the hell?
What the hell? I feel like I'm watching a fairy tale in real time a little bit,
like
the way that it's going.
A 30 for 30 doc.
Yeah, you're just watching every time. You're going, I can't believe they keep doing this. I don't know half the team. I'm obviously not a mess. I'm definitely a casual. I know who Obi Toppin is. I never heard of Neesmith before the fucking semi-finals. And now we're here, you know?
Yeah.
Neesmith.
Yeah.
Neesmith.
Neesmith.
What was his last name from his first marriage?
Come on, dog. Not all of us are fucking as clever as you, all right, Ben?
Yeah.
Speaking of cricket, a bunch of people died at the IPL celebrations in India.
yeah,
It was
I
really
saw
brutal.
that.
11
Oh,
people
fucking
died
hell.
in a crushing
That's right.
at the Bengaluru celebrations for the IPL. I think they've arrested 4 staff members who organised the event because they gave free tickets away on the website. They had to register for them, but people just showed up and all hell broke loose. So it's terrible over there in India. What's going on?
That's why you see over in India they have the big cages
I think
around everything.
I think the cricket team gave $1 million rupees to every family that lost somebody, and I think that's 20k New Zealand.
Oh,
About 20k.
About 20k New Zealand. So yeah, that's a small gesture, but I think they'll probably have to dish out a bit more. And finally, one more thing I want to touch on. I just read Liverpool are chasing this German midfielder called Wirtz, plays for Bayer Leverkusen. They're looking to pay £113 million for him. It's a lot of
Never
money.
heard of him.
Never heard of him. 254 million New Zealand dollars they're going to pay for this bloke. Being worth it.
Yep.
Never seen him play.
His name sounds like Wurst, which
Wurst.
means sausage.
Yum. It's Wirtz.
Oh.
Wirtz. But yeah, I saw him play against Portugal last week. He does look pretty good.
Oh
But,
yeah. What about the PSG celebrations for the Champions League final?
Oh man,
that was crazy. I think
Yeah.
heaps of people died.
I think 4 people maybe died. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Hundreds
that a
arrested.
crushing as well?
How many rupees?
No, that was just like fucking fireworks
Riots,
and
yeah.
riots.
How
yeah.
many rupees do their family get?
Well, no, they'll all be locked in
Yeah.
They have
in
to pay,
jails.
they have to pay rupees.
Yep, they will.
That was
Cool, like
crazy.
It was.
Princess Zelda
The
get a few
videos-
more of those rupees.
Bloody oath.
I think it's the first time PSG have won the Champions League, and this was like they used to have Messi in their team,
Yeah.
Mbappe,
Neymar.
who's it? Ramos.
Yeah.
They were stacked.
Yeah, but they've used they've gone, hey, you know what? I mean, Mbappe's French, but they've gone, there's heaps of mean as French players. We should just put them in the team. And turns out that worked. They're
Good
real good.
tactic.
They're a good tactic.
Yeah, and then to celebrate, they burned
Their
Paris
fans
to
burn-
the ground.
That's what you do, right?
That's
I mean,
what you
Yeah.
do.
revolution.
That's why they made that tower out of iron. Can't burn, baby.
Can't burn it, baby.
I reckon it'll be the same in Hamilton if the Chiefs win.
Yeah.
Burn it to the ground.
There'll be
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
left except the Gallagher building.
Set the river on fire. Oh, speaking of the Gallagher building, actually,
Oh
can I
my
play
god.
this? So,
yeah, have you seen this, Ben? The All Blacks clip?
so the All
No, go
Blacks announced because they parted ways with Ineos, which
Yeah.
was one of their major sponsors.
Fair enough.
of the
Who
team.
was being like, oh, yeah, you know what? Great game today. I'm going to go sign up with Ineos. I don't even fucking know
I
what
don't
it
even
is.
know what they do. Well, you probably don't know what these people do either, but they signed up with Gallagher, which is it's not the same Gallagher that sponsored the Chiefs.
No.
It's a different Gallagher.
An insurance company.
yeah,
right?
that's who
Insurance
my
company.
insurance is
Yeah.
through.
Oh, is
so,
it?
Oh,
yeah.
there you go.
Oh, right, cool.
Well, yeah, it is.
So anyway, so to announce the
It's white people insurance. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, hey, you'll learn all about it when you fucking buy a house, mate.
Okay,
So,
sorry.
so
okay.
to announce the partnership, the All Blacks posted this clip. I'm just going to play it for you. Let it play out. Trust me. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Hey Kinj, what's up?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Yo team, all good here?
Hey, what's going on? Guys, I've got some good news. My friends at Gallagher Insurance have joined the team.
How good is that?
We're so excited that they're on board with both the Black Ferns and the All Blacks.
They're all about engaging the community and doing things the right way.
That's exciting news. Bring it on.
To our friends at Gallagher Insurance.
Welcome to the team. Thanks for joining us for the exciting future ahead. Now it's time to get to work.
Let's go.
Damn, almost as lively as Dane Coles in that Kia Tasman ad.
Yes.
Let's go.
Pretty similar. So,
Hey guys, pick up.
Come on, guys. Pick up.
So it's a group call. So the video is a group call. And
Bowden Barrett,
Bowden Barrett,
Antonina
Kendra,
Brown.
Cox Edge, one of the sisters who plays for the Black Ferns.
Yeah, Duplessis. What's her
Oh.
name?
Yeah.
Heather Duplessis?
Yeah,
No.
something like that.
No.
Amy Duplessis? No,
Amy-
no, she's a different player. She might be on there too, actually, but I'm talking about the forward.
Oh, yeah. Ponsonby.
Nah. Anyway.
Do you have any costumes handy? Because I think what we do when we get home is we get in front of our computers, record a few webcam videos.
Yeah.
So we can be about 6 different characters, and I'll be like, "Come on, guys, pick up! Hey, just announcing the new sponsor for the Heaps On podcast is no one, but if you guys want to,
Come on,
We'll
guys.
do this dumb
Pick up.
video. But yeah, the energy levels. I mean, Tav and I obviously were dumbfounded that a massive international brand out of New Zealand were making probably one of the lowest effort videos for their release.
It was very reactive.
It was very reactive and just, I mean, they're speaking to millions of All Blacks fans with this.
I love this line from Bodie.
They're all about engaging the community and doing things the right way.
yeah,
Fucking A,
Thank
man.
God. Finally a sponsor that's willing to
Is that why you went on board with them?
engage
No, it was the right
the
way.
Well,
community.
in a way, because
Yeah.
my broker calls me up every year and it's like, "Hey, just renewing your thing." Same thing, all good, and I'm like, "Yeah, thanks for calling," because I'd fucking
Engaging the,
forget.
Yeah, true.
engaging the
Because
community.
she knows that I just don't respond to those emails fast enough as well.
Yeah, fair. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, nice.
so valid point. They engage with the community.
But yeah,
Do they do things the right way?
I imagine they do.
Well, look, we're talking about insurance people here, so that is actually incredibly creative. It's like, some kids are arty kids, some kids are maths kids. This is like the maths kids just come out and painted something that you can put on the fridge. So we should actually give them a little bit of a pat on the back for it.
Fair enough, Ben.
Shout
Good
out
on
to
you,
the
Ben.
All Blacks social media team. I know that took weeks
To organise.
organise.
Yeah, Bodie sent
and
in
put
30
together.
takes. That was the best one.
Yeah.
This is big.
Of
news. Wow, what a week of news.
What a bloody week of news it's been.
Whoa, 2 songs.
Sorry.
Here we go.
I think we've got to lead with this. Elon Musk and Donald Trump are beefing.
Oh, shit.
Star-crossed lovers. He said he loved him so much he was
Legalised
gay or
comedy,
something
man.
in February. Legalized comedy. He said he was gay for Donald Trump in February. Now he doesn't like him at all. Ben, your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know what went down there. Probably just something. Probably because he stopped some Tesla rebate or some shit.
That's right. That is what happened. But it's crazy these days that you can fall out with a mate like a workmate, and then immediately call them a pedophile.
Do not come.
It's the world we live in right now.
Oh, sometimes you fall out because you call them a pedophile.
Yeah, I mean that's probably more logical.
Who called who?
Basically, immediately this escalated into I think Donald Trump. So last week we said Elon Musk was leaving the government, right?
The Doge.
And then he publicly kind of talked shit on this bill, which is called the BBB, the Big Beautiful Bill, which Trump's getting through Congress at the moment. And part of that bill is getting rid of a tax break for buying EVs, which benefited Tesla sales massively. So you got like $7.5K back in tax if you bought a EV. Trump's scrapping that. Elon Musk talked shit on it, and I think Trump called him crazy. Said he's lost his mind, this guy.
You're crazy.
And then Elon went on Twitter and said, the reason the Epstein files haven't been released is because Donald Trump's in the Epstein logs, and they'll never come out under his rule.
Because they said they were going to release them.
They did.
At the start of his...
Redacted.
I reckon they're both in them, and it's a bluff call.
Pterodactyl.
I reckon Elon Musk is also in them, and it's just a big
Elon
bluff
wasn't
call.
famous enough until recently.
True. Yeah, that's true.
He was one of the boys on the island, probably.
Jesus,
at that
maybe
point.
he was.
That's how he rose to fame.
Yeah, but Trump's even said things like, I'm going to sell my Tesla. It's like real petty shit. You love to see it.
It's just all so goofy, isn't it?
It is very goofy.
Can someone get all of them out, please, and do some real government work?
Yeah.
No, the country's fucked.
Their country's fucked. They did a tax. I think I read an article that they did a tax break for people who earn over $1 million.
What a load of crap.
But in that big beautiful bill. Anyway, there's a whole lot of stuff that like the left are trying to like reclaim Elon now. I feel like in some way.
Get rid of him too. He's an idiot.
Yeah, he is an idiot. But yeah, I heard on the radio earlier someone saying he should be deported. An American Trump supporter.
Look, he should have just stayed out of it. I don't know what's wrong with him that he wanted to get involved and get into politics and be famous. If you're super wealthy, hide in the background, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
We know from experience, brother.
But also, all his wealth is false because he just builds it off his own hype. So
true.
There's the flip side of it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Ben knows his stuff. He's a hype man. He was an Iron Man for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
Next story I'd like to touch on. I sent you guys this Rotorua situation that's going on.
Yeah.
He's homeless down there. People are complaining they got their butts out.
Bums in the air. That's right.
They're saying my business has lost $1,500 a week because there's homeless outside and they're pissing on cars and you know,
we all know they're losing that money on the poke.
Getting their asses out.
I feel like Auckland CBD right now is like, cry me a fucking river, dog.
Yeah, you got 3 guys sitting outside.
Oh, how about having it for fucking 10 years?
Yeah, absolutely.
If not more.
Yeah, the whole CBD stinks like piss. Because that's the reality we live in.
Yes. So, yeah. It's a bit of a stink teke situation. Obviously, I'd love to see the people of Rotorua maybe come together to suss it out. But it doesn't look like a huge amount. I'm looking at the photo here. It's not really that big of an impact. Doesn't
just,
really look...
round them all up and put them in a hot spring somewhere.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There's,
I mean Polynesian spa, give them the treatment.
Yeah,
Right, I thought you
rehabilitate
meant like the
them.
natural one, like
full
they
treatment.
boil them to death.
Maybe
no,
they
no,
Christ
no.
teach
almighty,
them about
Ben.
proper skincare routines.
Yeah.
This is a quote from the article. People don't want to see all that junk.
I think that's an ACT policy, isn't it, Ben?
Maybe, actually. Yeah.
They
Fucking
pee on
hell.
cars, pee on the front door, pee on everything. They're just bloody dogs.
Well, calling them dogs is pretty ruthless, but yeah, I guess this guy's pretty pissed off. His business has plummeted.
Meth's just getting cheaper and cheaper. There's
It
a
is.
massive GHB problem at the moment out there, so they're all freaking out like zombies.
Yeah.
But what do we do with them all, I don't know. That's why I'm saying we open up, we just get, like we have Mana Island or Kapiti Island, sorry,
Yes.
for
The Kiwis.
the birds.
Yes.
We just do something like that, but for the homeless. We send them over there, put a bunch of meth and GHB on a boat, maybe some of the leftover butter chicken lunches that the kids weren't eating.
Yeah. That's good. We should
All
send the
sorted,
butter
yeah.
chicken lunch. Maybe send some raw insulation over for bedding or
The
something.
worst Kiwi
Be a
builds
cheaper.
that they couldn't sell, we relocate them there. Clark Gayford
Clark
can
Gayford.
take all of the shitty Kiwi
If you're
builds.
listening, Clark, please get in touch.
Look, I don't think Rotorua has a lot of tourist attractions. People contend with me on that. The geysers are interesting. Some of the other stuff's cool. The lake, but these people witnessed the homeless with their bums, their pants down, bums in the air behind cars parked on the street.
Heads down, bums up.
I see that as a bit of a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
I'd go down to central Rotorua to see a few bums in the air. Anyway, I hope that they sort it out, and I hope these people find, a bit of relief in their troubled lives, because, I've got a bit of compassion for the homeless community of Rotorua. Spent a lot of time there.
Shout out to Rotorua.
Close to my heart. Ben hates the place.
Yeah, but one good thing about the homeless here is that you can't smell them over the already stinky shit smell of the city.
Jesus,
That's
Ben.
true.
Yeah,
but
very
the
true.
homeless in Auckland CBD
Stand out like a sore thumb.
stinks like wheeze.
It does. Now let's move down a little further south. Did you read this article, Tav? The Nelson man who broke into a batch.
Oh yeah,
That's funny.
the exorcism.
Yeah, so he's gone and performed an exorcism on a house, on a little house he broke into.
Let's be honest, he was just on a bender with a mate and they broke into a batch and did a whole bunch of weird shit.
Yeah.
But the real meat of this story is him representing himself in court.
Yes, it is. So now tell me, what did you say? He's a sovereign citizen, Ben?
Yeah, that's
Explain
what
to
he
me.
identifies as.
So this gentleman's gone to court and said, no, I'll be representing myself. He's had a jury trial, which seems overkill, right?
Yeah,
for what he's done.
And he lost that and they decided to imprison him or whatever, and then he's appealed, and then he's tried to, in the appeal hearing, he's tried to bring in the judge and...
As a witness, eh?
Well, yeah.
To be
they're
like, look,
no.
he fucked me up. They're like, no, I'm not doing that. Yeah, it's very bizarre.
While representing himself
And
the whole
all
time.
just over like what seems like a weird acid trip where he's gone, we should go to this beach and fucking do an exorcism, it's cursed. And people have gone, hey, why are you on my beach? Smearing shit on the walls and stuff. It's weird.
The funniest thing is, it said in that article, was that the appeal hearing, he spoke for about 10 minutes and then was like, I'm not saying anything else in this hearing. And then the whole thing lasted 14 minutes.
Yeah, they were like, we have enough on. Yeah. It's almost like they definitely just went, Home D, get the fuck out of here. We're sick of you weirdo.
Yeah.
What is a sovereign citizen?
Some idiot who thinks that the rules don't apply to him because he doesn't want them to.
So that's what he identifies as?
Yeah.
Weird. Oh, well. Hey, good on you, Alexander. He's named and shamed in this in this article too.
I got it. Get the sting.
I got it loaded up here.
Oh, you got it? Nice.
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
All right, so this is 1:20 long, so strap yourselves in. I might stop it if he doesn't wrap it up, but Will's
enough, we don't want to completely.
Yeah, we're not going to dox
these
you,
people.
but Will maybe just kind of get to the point a bit quicker.
Oh, this could be an amazing story, Tav. I
All
mean,
right.
fuck, you tell
We
3
haven't
minute
even listened to it
stories
yet.
constantly. Let's
Right,
go.
Here we go.
Hey lads, I was listening to your podcast and I had to pull over to send this message, but I'm actually from Greymouth and the natives, holy.
This is good stuff.
I don't know if they're still a thing, but I
Turn
don't
up,
think
Tiff.
anyone really likes them down there, to be honest. The only interaction I've had with them was I was selling my car at Marketplace, and you get a lot of people messaging you, and I had this guy message me, and it was on finance, and I was like, I told him that, and I was like, hey mate, yeah, it's on finance, I owe this. He's like, how about I just pay, take over the payments plus pay you an extra $100 a week? And I'm like, thinking that sounds dodgy as, but I looked at his photo and I'm like, damn, natives. And I was like, no, I never talked to that guy after that. Last time I heard of them, they had a real shit like black and green house, and then that got burnt down. Whether that was an inside job, I don't know. And then I also know of a man who, anonymous man who may have shat in a road cone and reported it in their letterbox at one point in time, and then threw said road cone at their house.
Wow.
But yeah, no, they're not really big fans of them down there, eh?
That's what you get for stomping
Fair
on
enough.
whitebait spots. You get a
Look,
shitty road cone
hey,
thrown
we're
through
just
your window.
Fucking no, I'd like to retract our fucking, shit talk about that being too long. What an awesome
That was a great story, Will.
interaction. Thanks, Will.
Please come
Thank
back
you, Will.
next week.
That
We'd
was-
love a follow-up.
That was
Maybe
everything we needed to hear.
Maybe if you can get the guy who shit in the road cone to also leave us a message.
Tell
on
us
the
the
Heaps On
thought
hotline.
process. Yeah, we'd love to hear how he
It's
came to do that.
fantastic. You probably have to go into hiding after that. But that just goes to show you deal meth, you beat people up. All
start
that
a
stuff,
six-person gang in rural New
all
Zealand.
that stuff kind of goes under the radar. No one turns, everyone turns a blind eye to it. But you fuck with people's white baiting spots.
Absolutely.
No,
I'm gonna shit on your letterbox if you do that.
That's fighting words. Bro.
Totally. I actually had seen that the pad got burnt down in the article. I just didn't have time to touch on everything. But thanks for bringing that up. Well, yes, inside job perhaps. But yeah. I mean, it just does speak to the. They just feel like the crazy horses of Greymouth, don't they?
Totally. I would love to actually. Maybe can we change our location on Facebook Marketplace and see what's going on down there?
Fucking oath.
I might be able to see if, or maybe we can lure in a few natives.
I reckon we're getting close, and I'm a bit freaked out. I don't want any knocking on my door up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just say it's all a little bit of slap and tickle natives. We're not serious people. Leave our names out your mouth.
They're not going to come up from Greymouth. Do you know how much a ferry costs?
Very much. It costs a lot.
Send the boys down, give them a fucking good eye.
They've probably got a transporter up here, though.
Yeah, true.
That's true.
They got a man.
They might have a bit of a Jason Statham up here.
Yeah, that's
drives
true.
their pee down to Greymouth. I'm one of the best. I get on a ferry only. I get a front park.
Well, I've got a beekeeper in Motueka, so watch
True.
out.
Oh, okay, good.
Well,
He's a sovereign citizen. He lives off the land.
Fucking bastard. There's so many of them down there.
Thanks very much, Will, for
Shot
sending them in. Anyone else got any gang-related stories or, a few whistleblowers out there needing to scratch an itch?
Or if you've seen some of the bums in Rotorua.
Yeah, call in.
Hit up, link in bio on our Instagram. Hit up the Heaps On hotline, why don't you?
Shot Fano.
Crazy.
Thanks for listening, Fano. Just like to extend any opportunity for apologies, Ben.
I'd like to apologise to the people of Rotorua for saying it stinks there and making light of the homeless situation.
Yeah, me too. Rotorua rules, and we obviously have a lot of empathy and sympathy for the homeless community, what they're going through. Their lives are in turmoil. That business losing a bit of money is the least of the problems in the world.
I would like to apologise to the people of Rangitoto for saying that the Blues never go to visit there.
No one lives there.
No one lives there.
Yeah, well, if there are any people on the island listening to the podcast,
dock workers,
I'm
maybe.
sorry, yeah.
Apologise
to
to
the
dock.
dock workers.
Yep.
And I'd like to extend to making a formal apology to our good friend Durry.
Oh, yeah, okay.
For something that
I said 2 years ago.
Yeah, he said 2 years ago on the podcast, and I know he's been brewing over this.
Look, Durry, I know I made an offhand comment that wasn't received well. And look, I'm a prick. I'll admit I'm a prick. I can be a prick and I can fly off the handle, but mate, I just want to apologise for what I said. You're a good bloke.
What was it that you said?
I think I implied he had something wrong with his body Which was just rude. I don't want to repeat it. It was rude. You can say it if you want. What did I say?
That he had scoliosis.
Look, I don't even know what that means. I made it up. It just slipped out of the mouth.
And Durry, I'm sorry for saying that your family tree looks more like a train tracks.
Yeah, Ben, sorry, but brother, we really appreciate the support, and I just want to bury the hatchet here. You're a top bloke, and obviously you have to listen to me talk to hear your mate talk for 5 minutes an episode.
Good
so
on you, mate.
Good on you for playing through, and I'm sorry that you have to listen to me talk so much.
That's
Brother,
beautiful, mate.
You're really good at fantasy too. I just want to say I'm shit. You're good.
Wow.
You
okay,
know more about league. You're better.
yes.
You're good at gambling. I'm a piece of shit. You can build houses.
Okay,
I can't
wrap
do
it up.
anything.
Wrap it
you,
up.
Okay.
Hey, you made some good money last night in the Wars.
Yeah, a little bit. Mostly on Pacilio Tossi and Billy Pollard, actually. But anyway, that's
Nice.
a story for another day.
All right, Fano, have a great week. We'll see you in the funny pages.
Yeehaw.
See you later.
Later, ball.